So, very good evening, Charterpreneurs of India. I'm Lakshya Chabra, and I welcome you all to yet another knowledge session on startups. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, we have with us a very dynamic personality from corporate finance to consultancy, and from working with startups to launching his own startup. He has worked in various sectors over the years. Currently, he's on a mission to make India digital by supporting small retailers. As he strides towards the growth and wellness of Mera Cashier, his ability to balance various things simultaneously stems from the fact that he's a chartered accountant by qualification. We are proud to have C.A. Sunil Kumar, co-founder Mera Cashier, with us today. We welcome you, Sunilji. Let us take this opportunity to know more about him, his journey as a CA, and later as an entrepreneur. And for the same, I would like to invite my teammate Vishal to take the conversation forward. Yeah, so over to you, Vishal.
Thanks, Lakshay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session. My name is Vishal Arora, and I'm the founder at Charterpreneur. I hope you all are doing good and keeping safe. Now, I would like to welcome Mr. Sunil Ji for our session. Hi, Sunil Ji. How are you?
Thank you, Vishal and Lakshya. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
So, how you are feeling to connect with the budding entrepreneurs?
Yeah, it's always a great experience to learn something from others and share our experiences. It's always a great opportunity.
So, we are also excited to make this Saturday more exciting for you. Before I jump to the questions and answer part, I would like to know more about Sunil's journey, his experience, and then moving from after working in corporates and startups to entrepreneurship. Because generally people feel that while after doing job, it's difficult to move on to entrepreneurship because we have to lose our salary part, obviously. So how did you cope up with that thing?
So basically, obviously, it's a good question that generally people are afraid about, leaving the salary and starting their own journey. And starting anything in initial days, it's always a tough job. It's getting any idea to implementing it. It will take time. It will take many other things. So you have to compromise. You have to sacrifices on few areas. So that was obviously in my mind as well, because I was working for last 15 years. So then definitely the questions, the queries were there in the mind. So I discussed the idea with my other, friends, seniors, colleagues, family members. So everybody said that you should do it. You are passionate for this problem and you should try for it. So then I thought, let's give it a full try with full heart. And so then again, I never thought about the salary or other things. So I started.
So my next question will be like, how the idea of Mera Cashier came about? Like it was somewhere existing in your mind, or you have identified some problem and it was an on-spot idea?
So basically, sometimes we find an idea, but sometimes idea is looking someone who can solve that. Problem is looking for someone who can solve that. So I will share my experience. So I was dealing with my nearby Kirana people. So I was regularly purchasing milk and other things, and I was giving advance and settling on monthly basis or fortnightly basis. So I was working in Gurgaon and I am living in Ghaziabad. So basically, it was a 2-hour journey from one side. So I was always some kind of lack of time, so never visited to the shopkeeper to settle the account. और उनकी तरफ से भी रहता था like I don't have time, so कैसे करेंगे, Sunday करेंगे, Saturday करेंगे types. So then for 6 months we were dealing. I was paying advance, but we never settled the account because sometimes I was busy, sometimes he was busy. So one day I said कि like अब मुझे register दे दी, I will try to settle it. I'm a chartered accountant, I will try to settle it. Then I found that the way how he was managing the ledger was completely messed up. Sometimes he was managing on one paper, sometimes he was managing date wise, sometimes he was managing randomly, kahin bhi likh diya, kuch bhi likh diya type. So I tried myself, but I couldn't reconcile it. And I said, how you are managing it? How you are dealing with more than 50 such customers who are taking regular credit from you, and it's not credit, it's about convenience. I don't want to carry wallet every time, I don't want to carry mobile every time. So kabhi bhi gaye saman liya and aage ki likh lena hisab mein type. So then he said कि ऐसे ही चलता है और थोड़ा बहुत होता है ऊपर नीचे तो हम मैनेज कर लेते हैं, कस्टमर को हम डिस्प्यूट होता है तो हम बियर कर लेते हैं. शॉपकीपर टोल्ड मी. So then I said, you are working with very thin margins. If you are then in milk business hardly 2 to 3% margin is there. So अगर थोड़ा सा भी आप इसमें लॉस बियर करोगे तो आप पैसा बनाओगे कैसे? So he said करना पड़ता है, क्या करें? So then we thought that recording a credit transaction for a small shopkeeper is a big job, but वो करते कैसे हैं? It's a big problem. So there is no any solution available for him. Then we started discussing this idea with the other retailers. So we discussed with around 100 retailers, and we found the same situation everywhere. Sometimes, especially milk suppliers, they have huge customer base, but managing way, maybe they have identified other ways to manage it, like उन्होंने अपना monthly card system manage किया, but again calculating things was taking time. So कभी उनको 20 दिन month end के बाद लग रहे हैं, कभी 30 दिन लग रहे हैं. So वहां पे उनके customer experience भी खराब हो रहा है. So then we thought it's a big space to work and it's a big problem to solve. So then we started the journey on this.
Even like after listening your story, like I would like to share my story also. Like I used to sit at my uncle kirana shop from class 8 to till class 12, or
Oh.
that problem you told us na, like ki customer ke khaton ko maintain karna, it's a big challenge. Like even I used to forget sometimes, like customer मेरे से सामान लेके चला गया और मेरे को अपने अंकल को बताना होता था, मैं अगले दिन जाके बताना था और मेरे को डांट पड़ती थी. क्यों? The point is that margins are already very low, and if we used to skip only one transaction, that we can left our whole day profit for selling the milk. So yeah,
Exactly.
that was a great problem that everyone is facing. So what is the business model like of Mera Cashier you are operating upon, and what are the current revenue streams?
So right now we are at pre-revenue stage. Although initially we thought we will make it a premium version, so freemium version. But then we thought initially we should give chance to retailers to use technology to see how the technology is benefiting them. So then we kept it free of cost. So right now we are not generating any revenue. We are at pre-revenue stage. Yeah, but we have plans to make it a freemium version so that anyone can use it. But yeah, there will be some premium features and with the higher limit of free SMS and other things. And there are few other things, like in this space these retailers are looking for other support as well, like they are looking for working capital support, so they need loan or other credit facilities. So we are exploring partnership with NBFCs so that we can also start making money, not directly from the retailers but from these channels as well.
We have seen on your website that you have partnered with Text to Win. So you are like providing support to the retailers so that they can file their return using the technology with the help of Text to Win. And you are tied up with other startups too, I have seen on your website.
Yeah, so we actually anybody can't solve a single problem. So maybe an ecosystem can solve it.
Yeah.
So that's why we are tying up with the multiple startups, multiple other similar kind of people who are trying to solve this problem.
So you are connecting with the different startups, or some startups also connect with you, like you have again a database of retailers so that they can also expand their business?
Yeah. So like NBFCs are looking to partnering with the companies like us, or who are in the similar space, are dealing with the retailers, small retailers, because it's a big market and it's a huge demand is there for credit line.
So currently, how many active users and are there on your platform?
So we have a 3 lakh plus downloads, but
Okay.
yeah, obviously active users will be a little less, but 50% we have seen, like 50% people who are downloading our app are using it. So they used it for maybe sometimes for all the for all the features. Sometimes they are using any particular feature. Like we have multiple things. We have record facility, transaction recording facility for customers. We have transaction recording facility for retail suppliers as well. So sometimes suppose I am not dealing with the customers in credit terms, but I am taking credit from my suppliers. So your retailers are using for that purpose as well.
Yeah. So have you ever measured that, like once a person have installed your app? So like, let's take an example. I have installed your app, and how many times I open that app in a week or in a day? Have you have that kind of analytics?
Yeah, we do that. Like we have users, suppose we have a feature called offer, of create offers. So
Okay.
if suppose a retailer is interested to create offers to attract customers on their shop, so what he will do, he will create offers and share with their customers, or he can share on social media as well. So if he is using app for that purpose only, so maybe he will use once in a week or 15 days in a week, he will create offer and share it with the customers. But the people who are using to maintain records for customers, they will use it daily even in a day, they will use it multiple times. They will record transactions, they will send a reminder SMS to the customers. So we have multiple, types of users who are using for different purposes.
Also, Sunil, like we are seeing that competition in this space is also increasing. We have
Yeah.
Khata Book app, OK Credit app, even Paytm has also inbuilt that feature in their Paytm for Business app, where they are like generally local retailers have that Paytm for Business app in their phone. And now Paytm has introduced that you can record the Udhar also in their app. So
Yeah.
how you are seeing the competition in this space? Like when you will, when different, all of these are currently operate, not charging any revenue from the customer. But when the competition will grow, so how it's difficult to make revenue?
Obviously, in this space right now, many players are working, especially Khatabook, OK Credit, Paytm, BharatPay, Vyapar. These are the big players who are working in this space. They are solving this problem. But like all app, any app can't have all the features. So maybe we have a few unique features. Everyone in this space is focusing on retailers only, while we have focused on customers as well. So suppose I'm a retailer. I have 50 regular customers who are daily buying a milk, bread, butter from me. So I have to record 50 transactions in a day, which will be again a big job. Recording 50 transactions on register is a pain, but recording 50 transactions in a day on mobile, again, it's a pain. So what we have created a QR code facility in our system, so that customer can also download app, can scan the QR code of retailer and record the transaction. So suppose I have 50 customers and I can convince 40 customers out of that कि आप भी download कर लीजिए app, and then you can also start recording transactions. So it will give transparency first. It will give, it will save time for retailer, which is a big thing. And for customers, if suppose I'm a customer, I have to just spend 5 to 10 seconds to record my transaction, and I will feel happy. We have seen like person, a senior citizen was recording his transaction happily. He said कि यार QR code यहाँ पे paste कर दो. Earlier he was not using QR code, so वो said कि QR code लगा दीजिए, I will scan and record it. So I was feeling so amazed that यार senior citizen is using it as a customer, because it will give transparency, it will give comfort कि यार अपनी transaction मैं खुद record कर रहा हूँ. After a month and there will not be any dispute with my retailer. In many cases, if you have also seen that people are managing these credit transactions at their home as well. So calendar पे लिख लिया आज दूध आया कल ये आया वो लिखते हैं. So in this way, in our app, they need not to maintain any kind of record, because app has customer interface as well.
Like this whole thing is you are managing on the technology. So and being a finance guy, so how you have handled this tech part? And like we have seen COVID also, and it's a, I believe that positive impact for you, because it's on like you have obviously increased the customer base because grocery stores are widely open in the COVID. So so how you manage the tech part?
So we are the three co-founders, me, Sucharita, and Gaurav. Gaurav is handling the technology part, and Gaurav is my nephew. So I know from childhood he was always curious to build something, to create something. So during his studies, वो कुछ ना कुछ करता रहता था types. And after 8 years of experience, he is from NIT Jalandhar. So after 8 years of having a different experience of building a web and mobile based product, so I discussed this idea with him, and he was quite excited. He said it's a big problem, and surely we can do something. We can create something big and great for this market. So he joined us, and then he took the entire responsibility of building the product.
So even I have one more important insights for our audience. Like currently we are seeing that lot of startups are emerging in this space where we have local retailers, like we have Khata Book again. DotPay is an app where they are allowing customers to list all their products on that DotPay app, and then that typical dukaan will be a online dukaan. Like the shopkeeper can send a link to their customer, and people used to make that list कि आज मेरे को चीनी चाहिए इतने किलो, वो अब सारा का सारा ऐप में ऐड करते जरो, and that's a kind of local Amazon for the shopkeeper. So and Vyapar app we have seen for invoice problem. So lot of the app are emerging. Like idea हमें कहीं से भी आ सकता है. Like हमें lot of people think like they have to explore, they have to travel, they have to see a lot of businessmen, तब idea आएगा. So idea हमें अपने पास से भी आ सकता है. Like सुनील जी have seen this idea from जिससे हम दूध लेते हैं, ठीक है. So idea कहीं से भी आ सकता है. Just we have to think like gap कहाँ है. So like funding is a big challenge, Sunil ji. Like how you manage the funding part, because currently you are not generating the revenue part, and invested a lot in the technology, and recurring cost will be there, like SMS cost and servers cost. How you are managing the funding part?
So first, if you are passionate about the idea, and then you have to consider it, that you have to spend your money, you have to invest your money on the idea. So we founders have invested money there, and then we discuss with our ex seniors, ex colleagues, that we have this idea, we want to solve this problem. So will you be able to support us, guide us, connect us anywhere? So I am fortunate enough that five of my seniors, from two from the first organization and one from the last organization as well, so joined me in this journey, and they supported us by funding. They connected us with other investors as well. So we invested from our side, and we sacrificed whatever we can from our side, and then we got some funding from our seniors, ex seniors, and angel investors.
We have seen that you have around 15 years of experience with the working with different corporates and startups like Jabong, Home Shop 18. So like since you have that network, you are able to manage the finance, but what advice you will give to our emerging entrepreneurs, like who don't have any experience, or should they gain some experience while starting their startup?
So if anybody is interested to start anything, so experience will obviously add values. So if you are interested for any space, then at least you should have some real relevant experience in a similar kind of atmosphere in a startup. If you got opportunity, then it will add value. Otherwise, if you are passionate, you know the problem very well, you know the solution, and you know how to build it, then obviously you can start it. It's not like experience is obviously will add a value, but if you are passionate enough, you have experience, you have some network who can add values, then definitely you can do that, you can start. But if you will get any opportunity to learn something, then nothing like it.
So for any startup, we see that team is an important aspect. So how did you have build your team?
So the first team is founders. So co-founders should have a diversified experience. If you are working with a similar kind of experience, then you will face challenges to find other services. So if your founding team has some diversified experience, then obviously it will be a great team mix, because every investor will consider it, how co-founders are handling the responsibilities, what is the experience. So then we should first consider the, before the starting anything, we should consider our founding team and their experiences, and then obviously the other team members as well. So in our case, Gaurav has a good network in technology people. So his friends and other people have a good experience. So they joined us, they supported us in a few ideas, because you can't hire everyone. So sometimes you are just taking some guidance, some freelancing you are doing with them. So people helped us. And for other areas, Sucharta and me, we both work with our ex people, friends, ex colleagues. We got some experience from them, we learned something from them. So like, I don't know, earlier I was not aware about the social digital marketing, but after starting, I talked to my other friends with whom I have already worked in previous organizations. So they shared their experiences about marketing, social media marketing. So we learned, and we taken some services from them as well.
Coming on your funding part, like you have raised funding. So how much you have diluted at your initial stage, and what typically you think that at early stage a founder should dilute? Because generally, if we look at from the VC side, they will demand higher stake. So what an entrepreneur will think about that? Like how they will dilute?
Dilution, obviously there is some science behind it, but sometimes it's not in your hand. As a founder, you just need people who will join you in this journey. So dilution is very subjective thing. Sometimes it may create wonders if you have less dilution and you have raised a good capital, but in every case it is not possible, because at idea stage you don't have formed any company, you don't have any a team, you don't have any product ready to show. At that stage, if you are raising capital and you don't have even any experience of building businesses, then obviously your dilution will be on higher side. But again, if in next round you can rectify it, there are multiple ways to rectify this. So dilution in first round, it should be somewhere around 7 to 10%. If that is, that is fine for every VC, but obviously it's very subjective, I would say. And in every company, there is no formula to calculate it. If you can convince investors with less dilution, nothing like it. But then again, it's not in your hand. Your investors should also be ready for that.
And coming upon your audience part, like currently we mostly you will be serving upon the local retailers, suppliers, and different other people that they used to record their udhar. But you are planning to cover other people also. Like, what's your target audience in future that you will gonna target? That you will enable that particular feature for different people after customizing a little bit in the app.
Yeah. So as I already mentioned, that we are working on some financial product as well. So direct loan facility and channel financing is in our business plan. So we are building that. In that case, there will be some different market which we will serve to them. So we are working on that. Maybe different markets like ready-made garments. Maybe it will be there. In B2B segment, huge credit term is there. So sometimes people are taking credit for 3 months, 6 months. So we are targeting. Right now, we are not, because they are recording their transactions with the Tally or other solutions. So they don't need this solution. But for channel financing, obviously, they will be interested. We discussed with many such people, such businessmen, and they said channel financing can do wonders for them.
And any mistake you have made in this entire journey of building Mera Cashier and in your past experiences that you would like to share with us so that we don't commit that particular mistake in our journey?
I would say mistakes are everywhere. So in every business, people will do mistakes. They will learn. I would say in our case, the biggest mistake, I would say that a free version. Although there are some great examples of free businesses which are now very famous and it's a big business. So like Facebook, Google, WhatsApp, everything is free. And you can see the user base there. So it's not that free offerings, something free is a mistake. But in our case, I would say we should keep a freemium version from day one. The idea was that, but then we discussed it and we decided to continue a free version for some time. But now we will make it freemium.
Even this is a problem that we are currently seeing in a lot of the startups. Like everyone is focusing upon the customer part, and they think that they will generate revenue in future. And with the help of like COVID-19, we have seen that cash is very important to run a business. So we have to think about profit from the beginning. We all know that customer is the king, but yeah, profit also is important to run this startup. Like we can take a startup like for maybe 10 years, 20 years if we are not generating any profit, and we are backed by a good investor, but at last investor will also demand that you should generate profit from your startup. So I believe that even we see that since being a chartered accountant, we have that mindset, like we have to generate profit. Like
my suggestion is that the plan A should be to make the business self-sustainable. Funding should be plan B. Yeah. Sometimes founders are considering funding as a plan A, and then other things are in plan B.
Yeah, true. Even if I will share now, like if we have invested some own money in this startup, we will be also working passionately about that startup because ultimately we have invested our amount. If we like go through that mindset that investor money is there, we are also become sometimes lazy. Like we don't have invested our money and investor money is there. So either we are don't worry about that, we have to generate the profit. But when we have invested our amount, so we always think that this much amount is I have invested. If I will able to generate profit, then I will easily able to manage my startup and able to scale it through my own funding. Also, like you have selected your startup is selected for Google Accelerator program. So what is that exactly Google do when they select startup, and what kind of support they provide to startups, and how you have applied for that?
Yeah, so there are few incubation and accelerator programs running by the famous one is YC. There are Google program as well. Now Amazon is also running. Microsoft is also planning such programs. So earlier we were selected by Nexus for incubation program, and then we got selected in this Google Accelerator program as well. So basically these they have great mentors in multiple diversified fields. So in technology, in marketing, in product interface, so they have great mentors on their platform. So we applied for that, and we are fortunate that out of 600 startups, we got selected in top 20 startups for that cohort. And then we got 3 months proper mentorship from their side. So from technology people, from social media marketing, in any other areas as well, we got regular invites from their side that mentors is giving this kind of a session, training session. So if you want to join, you can learn something from there. And there was a long list of mentors. So they said, if you want to connect with anyone, then Google will support you to connect there. These are our panelists. You can ask any support from their side. So investors, some people are there from investment side as well. So they have a few person from VC side who can guide for fundraising. There are people from, mostly are from technology background, so they can guide in multiple areas.
So like you have around 15 years of experience in your journey, and then you started this entrepreneurship, chosen this entrepreneurship path and started your startup. So your seniors are invested in you. Like apart from that, like you have a huge experience, and how that helped you in managing your startup. Also that typically that VCs come from that background. Like how that helped us in while running our startup.
Yeah, so although actually I have a similar experience, maybe of working in a finance department in any company will give you, obviously you will change company, you will get multiple other processes, but finance is finance. So everywhere, so experience was, although I worked in multiple departments. So I planned in Future Group, I was working in a MIS department. So I planned business, I created business plans. I discussed with business people for, variation in B plan and actual numbers. So my experience was always to analyze things and discuss with the business people. So that's why that experience obviously helped me to create my business plan, to plan my team, product accordingly. I worked with in my previous organization. I worked with the technology team very closely. So I was in finance department, but I was helping. I was trying to build some automation there. Earlier, 8 people were working and managing 5,000 cars in a month, the transaction of 5,000 cars. But then we tried to automate the process. And then finally, 2 people were handling a 15,000 volume. So you can understand volume is 3 times, but people from 8 to 2. So technology can do wonders. So I closely work with technology people. I know their perspective as well, how they work, and they also love to work person who can give experience and share, work closely with them.
And what will be like last one piece of advice for our aspiring entrepreneurs?
As I already said that I want to give two kind of 2 advices. One is if you are building anything, you are starting anything, the first plan should be self-sustainable. So funding is second plan. It should be a plan B. The second advice, sometimes I have feel that in our profession especially, we have some fear. Like अगर मैंने अपने प्रोफेशन से लाइक अकाउंटिंग एंड फाइनेंस और ऑडिट के अलावा कुछ भी स्टार्ट किया, सो मे बी अगर कुछ भी फेल हुआ तो अगली जॉब में मैं क्या एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करूंगा, बिकॉज वी आर चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट. सो जनरली हमें सिर्फ देखा जाता है यार अकाउंटिंग, डेबिट, क्रेडिट, फाइनेंस मैनेजना, ऑडिट, फाइनेंशियल्स बनाना, बिजनेस प्लान बनाना, इसके बाहर हम नहीं सोचते जनरली. I will share one story of Big Bazaar. So management team thought कि in retail business हमें सेल्स के बंदे नहीं चाहिए. Like वहाँ पे कन्विंस नहीं करना होता हमें कस्टमर्स को. कस्टमर तो अपने आप प्रोडक्ट चूज करता है. We need people who can analyze well. क्या प्रोडक्ट बिका है, क्या इन्वेंटरी सेल्फ लाइफ है, कितना उसका एक्सपायरी डेट है, उस टाइप से हमें बंदे चाहिए. तो दे हायर्ड फ्यू चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स ऑन स्टोर. सो जनरली वो अर्लियर वो दे वर हायरिंग मैनेजमेंट पीपल. सो MBAs उनको हायर करने होते थे, बट देन दे एक बैच में उन्होंने CAs को हायर किया. बट आफ्टर 1 year दे फाउंड दैट मोस्ट ऑफ देम लेफ्ट द जॉब. व्हाई दे डिस्कस विद द HR पीपल व्हाई दे लेफ्ट. सो क्वेश्चन एक ही था कि यार हर किसी को डर था कि अगली जॉब में मैं क्या एक्सप्लेन करूंगा कि मैं करता क्या था, मैं डेबिट क्रेडिट तो कुछ किया नहीं. सो अगर हम कुछ भी अगर लाइक प्रैक्टिस, CA प्रैक्टिस इज अगेन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप है, बट अगर हम प्रैक्टिस और जॉब के अलावा कुछ स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं विच इज नॉट इनडायरेक्टली रिलेटेड टू आवर प्रोफेशन, सो फिर हमें फियर भूल जाना चाहिए कि यार अगली जॉब में क्या होगा, आगे मेरे एक्सपीरियंस का क्या होगा। वो कंप्लीटली हमें वो फियर निकाल देना चाहिए मन से। अगर करना है तो ठीक है यार, हम वो सीए वाली पढ़ाई तो कभी भूलने वाले नहीं है, अगर कभी वापस भी आना हुआ हम आ जाएंगे। बट
डेबिट कल भी वही था, आज भी वही है,
आज
क्रेडिट
भी
कल
वही
भी
रहेगा,
वही था, आज भी वही है।
वही है। बट अगर हमें कोई चीज स्टार्ट करनी है तो फिर हमें उसी के बारे में सोचना चाहिए उसकी। मे बी आई वॉज नॉट एक्सपर्ट इन सोशल मीडिया मार्केटिंग, बट नाउ आई एम डूइंग दैट। मे बी अपने बिजनेस के लिए मार्केट करता रहता हूँ, पार्ट टाइम में वो सब चीजें करता रहता हूँ। कनेक्टिंग पीपल, सो बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट, एक्सप्लोरिंग पार्टनरशिप, वो सब चलेगा। मे बी वो फियर निकाल देना चाहिए कि यार मेरी डिग्री मेरे को हेल्प, मे बी इस चीज में हेल्प नहीं कर रही। ऑब्वियसली वी हैव अ डिग्री विद फाइनेंस बैकग्राउंड, सो वो डिजिटल मीडिया में वो क्या हेल्प करेगी। But then we should have, you should ignore this fear.
टुडे वी हैव एन इंटरनेट, सो कोई भी स्किल सीख सकता है। इट्स ऑल अबाउट
Exactly.
पैशन कि किसको क्या सीखना है। सो इट्स नॉट लाइक कि फाइनेंस के पर्सन है तो हम नहीं कर पाएंगे। सो एवरीवन कैन लर्न एनीथिंग ऑन द इंटरनेट। सो इंटरनेट पूरा वाइड स्पेस है जहाँ पे कुछ भी अपने हिसाब से सीख सकता है। थैंक्स फॉर योर वैल्यूएबल टाइम सुनील, इट वाज अ क्वाइट इंसाइटफुल सेशन फ्रॉम यू।